Hello, and welcome to our podcast where the dark corners are. Hello. I am Vina, and I am your dark travels hostess.
He threw you off. I could just see the look on your face.
I rubbed my mustache.
Face.
Oh
Fix your
my
face. You fuck.
We could hear the of you adjusting.
Yes.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I could see her giving you the dirty eye, and you were just like,
It's like I'm just touching my face.
Hold your breath for 5 minutes. Jesus.
So clearly we have a
Road trip with the panda.
Yowza.
and a
In 1995, a team of paranormal travel podcasters found an abandoned cub in the
my
haunted
intro.
Arctic. After some kick-ass paranormal training and his first alien kill, he was ready. So, if ghosts, serial killers, or monsters in the dark got you scared, don't hesitate to call the Polar Bear. The Polar Bear.
I got muted.
No, you're live.
No, I know. Earlier. There was a lot more I had to say.
are you glad that he's the one you gave a theme
I know,
song
right?
to? As in the middle, it's
Oh, yeah.
my theme song. And I'm like,
Do
oh,
whatever
only on
I
his
want
mic.
oh
Can't I
shit,
do whatever I
VIP
want to?
over here.
My theme song.
You be the
Here,
worst first
next
date.
2 seconds, you can say whatever you want. And Sam.
Answer.
That's Red Panda.
Oh,
You
Red Panda.
Fuck.
Right? The trash panda.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure trash
a
panda is a
panda.
raccoon,
Yes,
but I'm going
pick
to
a
run with
panda.
it.
Well, isn't a red panda actually a raccoon? Like an actual raccoon?
no.
No, I think it's a panda.
bear.
I don't think it's a bear.
And now we all
There you
pick up
go.
our phones at the
Yeah.
same time.
I'm about to Google this motherfucker.
I don't want to screw up my research.
Just go to open a tab.
I'm
Is
not
Old people are so good opening
red
tabs.
panda a raccoon? Oh, a bear. Look, it already generated.
I literally said it's a bear.
Later, DNA analysis suggested that the red pandas might belong in the bear family. However, later genetic research placed red pandas in their own family. So y'all are wrong.
You can't
It's a
hang
raccoon.
out.
That is perfect for me because I am unique and one of a kind. You're welcome.
So you just pick trash. Well,
I mean-
I don't think the red pandas eat trash. I don't know what they do.
Once again, trash panda, raccoon.
Right.
She wants to be Ricky.
That's what I named my trivia group, the radioactive trash pandas.
Yeah, trash pants.
That's
I
what
don't
called
hate a
ourselves.
raccoon.
We called ourselves.
Yeah, that's why I said we the second
said
time.
I
I said I, and then I
called
switched it
ourselves.
to the we, and then you were like we, and I was like, yeah.
I do
Isn't-
a tremendous amount of teamwork.
Isn't there a hockey team called the Trash Pandas?
Baseball team.
Baseball team?
It's a minor league team.
So speaking of the we's and the I's, Valentine's Day.
Neither of those. Actually, an I's in there. No W's though.
And Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Can you spell Valentine's Day without a W?
Yes.
Yes.
We can't spell Valentine's Day without Val.
You can't spell a dub without a W.
So this is our Valentine's Day special that we are going to release on, obviously, Wednesday night. So
And
anyway,
because I'm jaded. No, I'm just kidding. We picked this topic. No, just kidding.
so we're going to talk about dates, dating, first dates, gone bad, dates gone bad. And we're going to kick it off with me sharing 2 very different experiences.
Like a good and a bad, or a bad
No.
and a worse?
Yes.
Worse
bad
and a worser.
Yeah, yeah.
And it'd be both my father.
How did you get?
Oh. Both first dates, right?
You never dated another man before.
I can't believe it. Immaculate conception.
What did we say? Give her the A.
The scarlet letter. Oh, no.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I used to live in Sacramento.
Oh.
And I was dating this young guy Yes, all right. And for just
This
some,
young
It was not my
Ooh,
father.
she's a cougar.
It was a drama child.
no, it was your dad.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Both of these stories are your dad.
You
Doc, he's
cougared his dad?
His dad's older than me.
Well, you said a
you
young
said
guy.
cougar.
He said he.
You said a
You
young
said
guy.
young
You
guy.
said a young guy.
You
We
made
were
it sound
young
like
at the time.
You didn't specify if
no
you were
one
young.
just says.
Okay, all right.
You were a predator. All right, so you
awkward
guys
right
are
now.
of the same age.
Took
Carry on.
He's a couple years older.
Took advantage of my father.
Okay. I'm sure he claims. So for some particular reason, we were in Sacramento's kind of huge. We were in like the northeast section of Sacramento, and I remember this very, very clearly.
What's over there? Just to clarify.
When you're coming down the 80 and at the split, either you're going to go to like towards downtown Sacramento, or you're going to go south 99. There's a Scandinavia golf course right at that split.
Yeah.
And we were literally passing this Scandinavia golf course, miniature golf. And we were just freshly dating. And as we're driving, that pungent stench of a dead skunk hits us.
If you know, you know.
Right. Well, so as I'm going, oh my God, I'm like trying to hold it all together. I don't really know this guy. Try to act like a lady. He goes, God, I love that smell.
Oh God, no! Yeah, maybe that's where you get your weirdness for sure.
That's so perfect.
The look on my face must have been very clear that I wanted to get out of the car. Right there, as it's
I would too. I'm driving with the sociopath that likes the smell of skunk.
dead skunk.
Ugh.
You probably thought it was weed.
No,
It's Sacramento.
It's the 60s. Oh wait, sorry. Just
Shots fired.
Hey, yo.
well, when else would you be driving down the highway and just smell pot other than the 60s and now? Okay,
Don't
I was
even
just
bother.
saying.
it was
Picking
the
a name.
90s. Okay, calm me down over there.
Don't even bother picking a name. You just got fired.
Nah,
Never
you're a
gonna get
trash
my theme
panda.
song.
She voted herself out. So he must have seen the horrifying look on my face because he immediately started I'm sorry, just a joke. But it was like, this was 30 fucking years ago, folks. This is how much it stayed with me, how traumatized this man, the beginnings put me through, okay? That was the first incident.
Was
I would
the
have done the
first
same
red
fucking
flag.
thing. I would have done the same. I love the smell of dead raccoon in the morning. Or fucking skunk.
But I mean, he was very graphic and taking
obsessed
this
with
big,
raccoons.
deep breath when he did it. So he,
Oh, he's probably amming it up, but it just
Yeah.
hit wrong.
So the second worst
He's just breaking the ice.
thing that happened, so at the time, he had owned a business and he lost the business to a partner and he owed his mom some money. So he was kind of living at home to kind of get back on his feet, which was fine. No problem.
Shit happens.
So we had gone to his house, his mom's house, and he was living with his mom and his brother. And we were just chilling. I think we were on our way to something, but you know how sometimes you kind of have that small time gap.
Were these new stories to you?
No,
okay.
the business thing is new, but the story, I think I know where this is going.
Okay. So I'm like, hey,
Does it have to do with pancakes? Waffles?
can I use your restroom? He's like, sure.
No! This is this is a culture thing. This is not. This is a culture thing because people it has happened. Anyone who is Mexican, please write in Spanish on the Facebook page, and I will Google translate it, and you will be able to defend it. I'm saying it's not normal, but it's definitely not normal.
Please write me in the language of my people that I don't understand.
Because I've talked to people about this. I'm telling you. People, the older generation do this.
No.
And I understand.
This is my experience. Let. Oh, shit.
I want to know. Calm down. I want to know. You can defend him later.
He wasn't even there. He's having childhood
Because
trauma.
you explain it, I'm just trying to say, it happens.
No. Okay. So I'm a lady, and I'm like,
God. Oh, there it is.
Why do you keep enforcing this point? I'm a goddamn lady, okay? Move on.
So I sit, do my biz.
Took a shit.
I would hope you don't stand and pee, but carry on.
So I turn to flesh, and as it was, the waste bin was on the side of the handle. So I casually look down into the waste bin.
Casually.
And I see caca toilet paper. Caca
I'm on your side with this.
toilet
I
paper.
told you.
It happens.
That
It's
it's
a
okay
thing.
Why do you not just flush it?
Well, because
It's just a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
I've seen that happen.
Oh, so it's Ukrainian too.
It's
Shit happens. Sometimes happens in the bin. But no, sometimes the plumbing is like all fucked up, so they're like, just don't flush the toilet paper, okay?
It'll clog the toilet.
Okay.
Don't want to do any
I can leave it for you right here. I can
Well,
put it
I
on the
got news
dining
for
room
you.
table, whatever you want.
That's not my culture or my family.
Either way.
So I promptly get up, wash my hands.
Where was this in this
was-
area?
at his
Sacramento.
mother's house.
Okay, still
Sacramento.
that. Well, I only asked because, certain places have septic tanks, so you do not put feminine projects down there. You really, sometimes you can't put
Right, there's
toilet
rules.
paper down there. Yeah, there's very specific rules. That was
So-
just clarity.
I get up and I'm like, he's in the living room. The living room's kind of down the hall. So I'm like, hey, I want to go home now.
I'm grossed out.
Strike 2, gotta go.
And I walk out and he's standing there.
What did I do wrong?
What happened? And I'm like, no.
Pants are on. I don't know what I did.
I just want to go home now. I mean, this is not on any level.
This is weird to me. Yeah.
And so he's like, well, what's wrong? What happened? And I'm like, no. I'm prepared to walk home. And he kind of lived in a poor area.
Oh, whoa.
Strike
3.
Sacramento.
And you're poor. Shit paper and you're poor. I gotta go.
I don't even know what you see in this guy.
Those are good questions.
But here I am.
There you go, buddy. Against the odds.
Against the shit paper. Against the wheat or the fucking dead thing. Skunk.
Skunk smell.
Fucking the ghetto. I made it.
Persevered. I brought myself
I
up.
pulled on her heartstring in there. Don't do it.
We need him.
I want to be alive.
Thank God your destiny went in a different direction.
So finally, I can't because I'm ready to walk. All right, he's like, tell me what's wrong. What happened? So I tell him you need to check your bathroom. So he goes in, he comes out, and he is paler than pale.
Oh.
He's like breaking out his little sweat. And he's like, I don't know anything about that. That's not us.
Oh God. He has friends that don't know how to flush, apparently.
So it turns out his mother had a much older friend whose plumbing was not up to par. It was broken.
Not good. Yeah.
And he didn't bother getting it fixed. So he just did what he did at home at her house while he was visiting her. And he'd visited her earlier that day. He just wiped his ass and put it in the garbage bin. And instead of flushing it like he could have,
Right.
that's where I find it. And it was just...
You
That
just
makes
saved
sense.
nature. How dare you?
I just and then we got married.
And some filler in there somewhere. And boom. A child, a marriage, and
Right, and then a baby was born, and we love him.
hallelujah.
And then so many years after that, waffles and pancakes tore them apart.
At Christmas morning.
Right.
Christmas morning.
Oh, best Christmas.
God, I feel like we just had a whole picture of Michael's
so
childhood.
That's so good.
So those are my 2 dating horror moments.
Oh goodness, that's good stuff.
All right, Panda. Or polar bear.
Polar bear.
Culture thing.
I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about the first time. I was like,
You're like, I'll keep an open mind.
yeah. Culture thing. I don't know. They like to watch you poop. Could be anything.
He was just gonna back you blindly. Ride or die over here.
Okay, well, mine, obviously. Everybody else did not their own personal experiences.
I didn't do my none of these are my
looked them
personal.
all up.
Because some of us got married very young. We didn't necessarily get to even dip our toes in the pool.
I feel some judgment over there. I don't know. I've never been on the first date before since I've been with my wife.
I wasn't judging you. I got married at 20.
She was judging herself.
Oh.
Yes, I was with my ex-husband when I was 20.
So you haven't been dating since then?
No. And I didn't date much before that. So I was like sitting here
sorry for you.
There's a dinner involved that she's
Free meal.
Free dinners.
I'll take you to Copper Kettle. Let's go.
We can talk about what we were talking about earlier. Our
That's right.
TikTok videos.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
That's the best way to do a date now. Is just
TikTok videos.
just compare your TikTok video. If they're on the same page, if the
See if they mesh up.
Yeah, if the FYP is about you and her, oh fuck, you guys are set.
You just sit there
amazing.
scrolling, and then every 30 seconds, you guys look at each other and flip your phone towards
Yeah,
one another.
match up.
And like, oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny. You flip it back, and that's it. You don't talk to each
shit,
other
same
for
thing.
the rest of the
Great
day.
plan. That's
Yeah.
what you've been missing in
I
life.
know that's what we need to go do to the restaurants. Have you seen this TikTok? Have you seen this TikTok? Oh, you have? I'm putting a baby in you. And then we'll stay up all night watching the same TikToks.
My mom's going to be so happy.
How'd you meet? Well, there was this TikTok. Either way, this one's not TikTok or happy.
Not TikTok or happy. So this one is from Fox 13 webpage. So I'm just going to read it, and then we can talk about it. The title is Deputies ... Man ran over, killed by his date after he caught her sleeping with tattoo artist. So it is a first date. Detectives are trying to piece together exactly how a first date ended up with the death of a man Sunday, September 16th in 2014, when he was ran over by his date, who was also hospitalized in critical condition after a truck she was driving launched 15 feet down a Key Peninsula embankment. I didn't read all that. That was my first time reading that. I was like, I really needed to focus on that one. According to Pierce County Sheriff's Detective Ed Troyer, 53-year-old Leon Shaw and his unnamed 47-year-old date drank quite a lot at a house party in Saturday night in the 600 block of Cornwall Road. It was there that Shaw's date allegedly asked a tattoo artist at the party to tattoo her chest. The man agreed and tattooed the woman, but somewhere along the line, Troyer said that the date and the tattoo artist became intimate while she was getting the tattoo, prompting an argument between her and Shaw, which was her boyfriend. The woman punched Shaw, Troyer says, who allegedly slapped her. So the woman, wearing only a t-shirt at the time, fled the house party and jumped into Shaw's truck. Shaw ran outside after her, and squealing truck tires were heard, witnesses told police. Friends ran outside the party moments later and found Shaw on the ground, and the woman crashed in the truck about a quarter mile away from the house party. She was injured and trapped inside the vehicle. Officers called to the scene pronounced Shaw dead. The woman, who was not been named because she has not been formally charged with a crime, was transported to the hospital in critical condition. So, how about that for the first date?
That's intense.
Yeah, and this was also from The Ranker. A woman was strangled on her first date. Virginia native Alan Richard Schmidt met a 23-year-old woman on Plenty of Fish dating site, which sounds like a terrible...
Plenty of Fish,
site.
I guess, is super popular. People
It used to be.
Every single one of these that I read was like, oh, they met on Plenty of Fish. And I was like, I don't think I want to meet anybody.
And that's why everyone's on Tinder, apparently.
Well,
The pair decided to arrange their first date in October 2017. The older man drove to meet his date, but the young lady was shocked to learn that her prospect was 77 years old. His age deterred her from carrying on a relationship. However, the woman did allow Schmidt to take her on a shopping spree, where Schmidt realized that his online love didn't reciprocate his feelings, he demanded that she return the $400 worth of clothing she bought. When the woman refused, Schmidt allegedly threw her on the ground and choked her. Somehow, she survived. Schmidt claimed that the woman made him lose his balance, supposedly, and he only grabbed her neck in order to regain his footing, but he was arrested on charges of felony strangling.
Arthritis probably
There is so many problematic things here. Like, first of all, did he not have a picture, or did he just like post a picture from his like high school graduation?
It's probably black and white, so I don't understand. Still.
Right, I'm like, you still didn't catch on that this picture was from like 25 years ago,
It's
30,
a
40.
filter.
Woo, with this colored picture 25 years ago.
Well, my math is flawed right now.
I mean,
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the proper
response, but
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
no,
I'm going to take you to
To your
small
boss.
claims court.
not everybody's well chemically balanced up in the head like
I'm
you
not
are.
chemically balanced. Fuck you.
Didn't you hear all the stories about his childhood trauma?
They just fly out sometimes. As soon as that gate opens, it's like just running. It's like, I don't run. He gets tired real quick.
All right.
That's it for me.
The voices.
Yeah, I'll be our palate cleanser. I just have a bunch of dumb, stupid little
I love
ones.
them stupid ones.
So this is from awkward.com. It's called 15 People Share Their Worst Full First Dates. The first one's called Now That's How You Think Outside the Bun. So this woman says, online dating in your 40s sucks. I met this guy online. It was not on Tinder. And he kept bugging me to take me out to dinner. I finally agreed, and he said he wanted to take me somewhere nice. Now, I don't know about any of you, but when I hear somewhere nice, to me, that involves wait staff and tablecloths. We agreed to meet in a well-lit grocery store parking lot and ride to the restaurant in his car.
Oh.
It's cool out, so I put on a dress and tights and high-heeled boots, and I go to meet him in the parking lot of the strip mall. He pulls up in a Mercedes, and I wonder if I'm dressed well enough to go wherever we're going. We do the greeting thing, and I get into his car, and he drives me across the parking lot to the Taco Bell drive-thru. I am not joking. I text my teenage daughter, and she tells me that things like this only happen in movies. Needless to say, there was no second date.
Nice.
He was a funny guy.
It just opened
Totally
up.
missed out.
He probably had coupons.
What if it was the
Fucking love
Right.
coupons.
Oh, the app gives you nice things. Man.
Oh, yeah.
What if it was
Order
a Taco
before
Bell
you get there.
cantina though? Those are pretty
Okay,
nice.
I'm like, let's be clear. This is not me. I am probably one of the easiest
would've
people in
loved
the
Taco
entire
Bell, I
world.
bet you
I
would.
just like, yeah, I'm like, oh, we're going. I need a crunch wrap. I need a 5-layer. I need some chips and cheese. Oh, and can we throw in some of those churros? Do we
And
make
let's
those
be
churros
honest,
anymore?
Taco Bell ain't cheap anymore.
No, God, no. It's like $20.
Well, that box is cool though. $5.
Oh, I mean, just for
Yeah,
me. If
just
I
for
took
you,
my
yeah.
kids, it'd be
Yeah.
$60.
It's like $80 every time I
Speaking
go.
of-
I was like, I might as well just go out.
I'm like, are we done here? I need to go to Taco Bell. I'm starving now. No, I'm just kidding. So the other one I have is called, and that's why you never swipe right on someone named Hannibal L. It was a blind date. We meet up at a coffee shop close to our university. He was very high, and it was hard to get a conversation going. He just kept telling me I was beautiful as the brick wall we were sitting next to, and that my skin looked soft enough to be made into a nice robe. The date lasted maximum 15 minutes. I'm like, same. If he tells me that he's going to put the lotion on the skin, I'm out. I'm out. I gotta
Or it gets the hose again.
go. Right.
All right.
I'm educating
Wow,
him.
that's pretty
On
cool.
that Taco Bell cantina.
Is the alcoholic beverage what you?
It's probably like a Mountain Dew Baja Blast alcoholic thing.
You know, if we're going to like completely segue on this, there is a Taco Bell in Vegas that's 2 stories and it has a live DJ. It is the sickest Taco Bell I've ever been
believe
into
that.
my entire life. I'm like sitting in the lounge eating a crunch wrap. I'm like, this is the best day of my life. Everyone else is drunk and I'm sober as hell just eating a crunch wrap. I'm like, oh, this is so great.
Yeah. Gang. Okay. Yeah, so then I went with also to finish on a happier note, just celebrities or local or favorite celebrities out there.
Celebrities.
Is it us?
He's local on my
I think
TV.
it's us.
Well, every time he shows up on my TV every day in my TikTok, he's
I'm
local.
like, our local celebrity already gave her stories.
Yeah, that's right. So I went with the most popular one. I think that now we all know after talking about it before the podcast is the Jason Kelsey and Kylie Kelsey.
Yes,
Love
the
story.
Kelseys are a hot topic right now.
Right, every Kelsey is on the map right now with Taylor Swift especially being added to probably going to be added to the bunch. I'll tell you my
your hot take.
My hot take. What's going to happen to the Super Bowl?
Give me the tea.
Well, let's do this first. I got to do my homework first.
Fine,
then I come out and play. So anyway, on TikTok, I think a lot of people who, if anyone's listening, people who are listening, we all seen the New Heights, which involves Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, who are brothers in the NFL, and they talk about their lives or whatever they're talking about, football, or whatever topic comes to their mind on their podcast, like here. And one of them was Travis Kelce's love life, and one episode had Kylie Kelce, who is Jason Kelce's wife.
Ooh, can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
The reason that they took it on New Heights is that there's actually the Amazon show called Kelce, and they actually talk about this story on Kelce. So they just recapped it on New Heights, so you can get like an even more extended version on Kelce. I know this because my children are obsessed, and we watched that show like 100 times.
Really? I did not. So I knew the show was out, but I didn't know it covered this. Well, I mean, I guess it does.
It's like a documentary on Jason Kelce.
Well, yes. I mean, without Jason Kelce, there would be no Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift or any of that. So kudos to Jason Kelce. Mm-hmm. So either their first date, so they met up on Tinder, they matched, and Jason will tell at least on the TikTok. I see the TikTok. I haven't seen the documentary, but on the TikTok, he says it was love at first sight for him. As soon as she walked through the door, she had sprouted wings like an angel, and she was beautiful as he's ever seen her. And in the TikTok, you see her look at him and go, You're fucking lying. She calls him out as bullshit. He's like, I'm not lying. He's like, as she explains to him and to the audience who's watching the podcast that they met at I think it was a dive bar, like a billiards bar.
Yeah, so her side of the story is she was on Tinder and she's swiping or whatever, and she comes across this Jason Kelce guy. She doesn't know who he is. He has no pictures of the Eagles on it whatsoever. And she's like, well, he's nice. So they match, and he's like, Kylie, do you want to go out? And she's like, okay. So her and her friend Google him, and they're like, oh my God, this is an Eagles player. Like, what the hell?
He's the guy.
Yeah, like a big football player in the area. Like, they're shocked. And so she kind of decides, like, hey, I'm either getting catfished or it's actually him. Deal. Yeah. And so she's like, hey, he's like, come meet me at this dive bar. And she's like, all right, well, whatever happens, this is going to be an interesting experience.
Right. So they go to the local bar. She walks in, and 45 minutes into the date, Jason Kelce is blacked out drunk on the table. And so she has no idea what to do. She can't pick this man up by herself. She asks another football player, who I don't remember the name. I don't think he's even playing. Maybe he is. Either way. So he has to fireman carry this center. If you no one knows about football knowledge, a center is probably one of the biggest guys on the football field. Like,
yeah,
this is a big motherfucker.
Yeah, like 300 pounds, 6 foot tall, big ass dudes.
He's huge. I mean, in a good way. He's in shape and everything. He's a football player. But he has to dead weight carry this man. But then it turns out he's not dead weight because he ends up fighting him the whole way. So now you have the fireman carry this 300-pound man back to where he's living, and while he's fighting you. And Kylie goes along for the ride too. And fortunately, it does work out because the next morning, Jason apologizes and he says, can we try this again? And look at them now. Now they got a documentary, and she's involved with his life, and they
have 3 beautiful little girls.
They're all cool. I've only seen clips on TikTok, but everything about the Kelce family just seems great.
So first date success is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, there must have been some charm while she
first date, second try.
Yeah, I mean, he manned up and apologized.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not bad per se, but I mean, like the whole situation's kind of funny. Like you match with a pro football player on Tinder. Like that's crazy in itself. Then you're like, I'm gonna get catfish, so I'm gonna take my friends to this bar and we're gonna see what happens. And here's like the Eagles O-line just chilling, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you meet this guy and you're like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Like, thanks for inviting me out. And he gets blackout drunk, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, now I met this guy. It's really him. He's blacked out drunk, and then his friend is like having to take him home, and he's fighting him like a crazy person. And you're just like, how did this girl be like, okay, let's do this again? And now they're married.
There's got to be, I don't know, there's something that happened within these next couple of hours of taking him home. She's like, maybe he's okay.
I think it was just...
what else is out there for me?
Yeah, I think it was that
he's tall, fit, handsome, and rich.
Yeah.
I think he was just nice, and she was just like, okay, well, everyone can fuck up, like it is what it is.
Right, but maybe he was nice to her, especially when he was drunk, because some people become a different asshole when they're drunk or do whatever, so maybe there was
he was
just
still nice, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one I went with was Zoe Kravitz. If you don't know who that is, she was
Yeah, I watched the Batman.
the Batman.
Well, and isn't she with Channing Tatum now? Or like, are they engaged?
I heard that wasn't a thing. I don't know. Or so it's above my pay grade.
Fake news.
Chatham hasn't gotten back to him.
Right. She's in Big Little Lies. I guess she's in Mad Max. I think she's one of the girls they use as for reproducing or whatever.
Oh, she's probably on the truck with all the other girls.
Right.
She was in the X-Men.
That's what this says. But I don't know who she was in the X-Men.
She had like the butterfly wings.
Oh, sure. Whatever. Either way. But she's also, renowned rapper, music artist person. Good for her. I mean, it's in her blood. But she went on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon one night, and she told a story about her first date that actually seemed okay. So she went on a date which seemed totally normal. According to her story, they talked about normal things like movies, music, and the guy's new pet turtle, Gary. The date was perfectly fine, and she didn't think much of it. The next day, she got a phone call, which she thought was the guy asking her out on date number 2. He explained to her that he was heading out of town for work and needs someone to watch Gary.
The turtle?
The turtle.
I love that.
So Zoe agreed, but Gary wasn't an average turtle. As soon as the guy showed up for the drop-off, she discovered
tortoise.
She discovered that it was actually a 30-pound African tortoise.
Okay, my parents have one of those, and he is a fucking pain in the ass. Carry on, sorry.
And so when she fast forward a month later, the guy still has not returned for Gary.
What the fuck?
A full month. So when she finally does reconnect with him, she discovers that his place doesn't have the proper living conditions for for Gary. So she formally announces Gary would stay under her care, and she took him in.
Took Gary.
She's like, you're done. He's mine.
So Gary stayed with Zoe for the rest of the summer. While Zoe is not currently dating the guy who left Gary behind, she explained that the entire neighborhood fell in love with Gary by the end of the summer. And after the summer, she donated Gary to a turtle sanctuary where he is now thriving.
That's crazy.
So the turtle wins.
Gary won.
Yeah, he was happy.
We don't have a turtle on our show, but that's okay.
So I'm saying she's obviously always been kind of famous, right? Because I mean, just by having famous
by association
parents.
for one. But she makes music and stuff. I don't think I've ever listened to anything she's done.
I just wonder how famous she was on her own. Like how well that they kind of knew she was famous at that time. Like you're gonna ghost this like fairly famous person, leave your turtle with her. But I mean, at least you know the turtle's in good hands, I guess.
Right. So
I wonder at what point though, like she decided, okay, I have to get a heat lamp or I have to do something. I have to make the accommodations for this turtle.
Well, if she was in Los Angeles, she was probably fine because those turtles have to be in 50-degree weather or above, and it doesn't really get that cold there. So she'd probably be okay.
Well, then she knew too, like, yeah, this is not. I'm not gonna take care of you that well, so you need to go somewhere you're gonna be okay.
Well, they'll live to be 80 to 100 years. That's a big commitment.
That's two of your lifetimes to one turtle.
Yeah, you're like leaving those things to your kids.
Yeah.
So, breaking news, they are indeed engaged as of January 27th.
Ooh.
Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum is
Zoe.
Sorry, buddy.
Cool.
I know. I saw the Batman with you. I'm alone and afraid. That's fine. I don't think she's gonna pee on my floor or spit on my floor.
All right, well, we've learned way too much about you in the last 10 seconds.
I thought the cat costume, I was out of control. Bad kitty. Get the newspaper.
It's got dark real fast.
Yeah.
Remember the turtle lived.
I'm like, that's a bad
Hey, you guys remember Gary?
all right, I'm not sure what just happened, but okay. That is what we have for you tonight on To Business.
Facebook. We have a Facebook page where you can comment concerns.
Why do you keep going to concerns?
Questions, comments, and concerns. It's just very...
Questions, comments, concerns can be put
We
on
don't
the Facebook
want
page.
concerns. You have concerns, we're kicking you out of the Facebook page.
Speak them out. Or if you want to take Sam out for Taco Bell, comment on the page. We'll let her know.
Because you don't have Facebook.
Put on your profile pictures, your annual salary, and credit
Your credit score. Yeah.
You don't need a credit score for Taco Bell. Taco Bell won't judge you.
I know. Right. I deserve that.
She's got
Do you want a credit score or do you want a fucking chalupa?
What do you want? Are above and a crunch wrap.
$5 box or credit score.
All right. So, other than dating Sam, if you have a topic you'd like for us to cover,
I'll post
She
my
said she
picture
hasn't been on the
later.
very first.
Look how
Not a
thin
lot
she
of
is.
first
She needs
dates.
someone to cuddle with to stay warm at night.
I just need someone to feed me.
Where's her Jason Kelsey?
Oh, dude.
Again, if you have a topic other than Sam's dating life that you'd like us to cover,
Apparently we don't.
send us an email where the dark corners are at gmail.com. Final thoughts, Red Panda Sam.
I'm still on the cat woman peen thing. I don't know what happened there, and I'm still a little shook. So
I didn't even mean to say
hard
that.
pass.
I meant spit.
We always talk about traveling, but as soon as we travel into his mind, it gets a little weird.
That's where the dark corners are.
Okay.
All right, Polar Bear.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any thoughts. I spent
How was
them
your-
all.
Be
What was your
careful
first
out
date?
there.
What was your official
First
date?
Oh,
Yeah, what did you do?
We went to see Paranormal Activity, the first one,
Oh,
here in our local shit theaters.
I was going to say, was it in
They're nice. I really
the
like
new
the
one or the
theaters.
old one?
I really like not paying a fuck ton of money at the movie theater.
Yeah.
So as
They're not luxury, but I mean, I like them.
we make it work. Damn it.
Yeah, build my relationship.
All right, Panda.
Fuck.
What was
I
your
don't
first
need the pee thing. I meant spit. There's my asterisk.
But you didn't say.
I know I didn't say spit, but like think of the letters or the three of the letters of spit are the same. So I got all bamboozled on my brain. I got that sling blade brain.
Okay.
This is your fault. Whenever you make us do back-to-back ones, it descends into chaos at the last part of it.
I don't know.
Just throw it back to the bunny.
Yeah.
What are your loss? The
Right?
final thoughts.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us.
Well, seriously, be careful.
Oh.
Don't trust. Okay, sorry. Killed it. I killed it. Sorry for not peeing
Turn
on
it
the
off.
carpet.
I'm going home.
In fairness,
See?
I did read an article today that said that there's a direct correlation between Tinder, increased usage of Tinder, and STIs. So you're not wrong. Be careful. Don't
Thank
be a
you.
fool. Grab your tool. Don't pee on carpets.
I'd rather you pee on my carpet than give me an STI.
Or TD. Whatever. It's TI. All right. So, as I always say, thanks for listening. Good night.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
I was gonna say, please say the dark corners thing because that's his brain. That's all Panda's brain.
All right. So until next time, please remember. Did
What?
you want to say it?
I don't know what's my thing.
Say the thing.
So you do this to him every time, and then he blinks, and he can't even come up with any of it.
It's hold on.
Say it.
It's it is
Only you can
only
pee
you
on
can
the
find-
rug
only you can find darkness.
and wildfires.
Only you can find the stories in the darkness. That's why we rely on you to tell me on Facebook. I don't remember.
Good night.
Bye.
Fuck, where'd my other paper go?
Oh shit!
I
Too
know.
many papers.
It's because I
It's
read. You
behind
guys
the
were
blank
talking
one.
so much shit to me earlier.
You were
Okay.
shuffling.
Yeah, I was shuffling while you guys were talking mad shit to me. Okay, hold on, cough again.
Yeah.
Don't cut that out. Just
You're
leave it.
lucky that I'm not a tourist, or I'd be spitting on your floor right now.
I'm sorry, I pay for you to spit on my floor. Do it.
That's so gross. Oh fuck. Okay.